Hey everybody, it's Christine Bertram, and I am coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It is Thursday, 1 p.m., you guys. We are 24 hours later than what we thought we were going to be for this class, but that's okay. That is the amazing thing about a live virtual class, is that if I do need to adjust for whatever reason, I can. I don't like to do it often, but it was necessary this time, you guys, and I truly appreciate everybody being patient with that. We have been busy little bees here in the Hive all week getting ready with we had the launch of the new annual catalog a couple weeks ago, and I've got a couple of helpers here today, and they were here yesterday. Can I put the camera on you guys, and you want to wave or you want to be off?
We can wave.
They can wave. Okay, I'm going to turn on the camera. So on the showing right now is Jill Batzine. She's here helping me roll up ribbon. And then Judy is in the yellow shirt, Judy Immel. Yay! You guys, they are putting a lot of love and energy into helping us get the product shares ready. So my mom and dad cut all of the ribbon last week already. They said, I don't know if it was Friday night or Saturday night, but they called me on Saturday and they're like, we're done. I'm like, wow, okay. So my mom and dad helped cut all the jute, all of the ribbon, and then they brought it in, and Jill came yesterday afternoon, and she's been winding ribbon and making it look amazing. I'll show you what she's doing. I'll show you what we're working on. So we had, I think, and space is still open, in case anybody's wondering if they want to get in on a product share. If the ribbon, the embellishments, or the paper, everything is still available. We're prepping for how many people signed up now, but I will do a round 2, and depending on timing, it may ship out before I leave next week, or it may not. Just depends on how fast I can get stuff ordered and how willing my helpers are to come in and help me with it. But let me drop the camera down here. So this is what Jill's working on. So we had 25 people sign up for the ribbon, which is awesome because it is in groups of 5 usually. So this is 2 yards of ribbon, and this is that new boho blue textured chic ribbon. And so look how great she did winding these all up. And then it's not like a big hairy rat's nest. Like when we first started doing product shares, you guys, we were like a little wet behind the ears. We were a little newbies with it. But now after a few years, we've got it kind of down pat. And so there were 17 or 18 total ribbons that needed to get put into the shares. And then this is how we did the jute. So the jute comes with 5 rolls, and so everybody gets a yard of each of the colors nicely put on the spool. So this is what Jill's working on currently. And so after she's done with the jute, we're at a point where we're ready to put them into bags, and you'll have all of your pretty ribbons lined up, and it gives you a sampling of all of the new ribbons that are available in the new catalog. So let me grab my catalog so you guys can see. Actually, Mary Carl's, I'm grabbing your catalog. It's got your name on it. It's here ready for pickup, but it was just by my table. So what we did is we pulled out all of the new ribbons that are listed on pages 143 and 144, and you get a fifth of the package of it. So either a yard or 2 yards, depending on how many yards come on the roll. And again, it's only the ones that are marked with the new. All right, so that's the ribbon share. So then what Judy's working on, she's my queen of embellishments, you guys. Wow. So we've come a long way on these too. We used to put strips of embellishments in a bag and then pray that they got to you guys safe and orderly. And there's been lots of suggestions, and through the years we've adapted and adjusted based off of, I would call it constructive criticism or advice, improvement, suggestions for improvement, I think is how I would say it. And so I can't wait to show you guys. This is what we came up with. Judy put these into a book for you guys so that, here, let me show this. So this is a sampling of all the new embellishments in the new annual catalog in a book form. So we're going to put a piece of paper in the middle here for shipping. So it's going to ship like this. I'm not going to do it because I don't want them to hit each other. And then that paper is going to protect them from rubbing. And then no embellishments are going to get smushed, hopefully, in the mail. And then when you're ready to use them, Judy said, you're going to open up your page like this, and you're like, oh, which ones do I get to pick? She didn't say it like that, but that's what I thought in my head. Was like, oh, look at these little pretty ones that look like eggs for Easter in your Easter basket over here. So this is what the embellishment share looks like. Okay, so that's Judy's almost done. She's getting ready to put them in cellophane bags. And so if you're wondering what embellishments are included, if you go to around that same page here, you guys, this section, wherever it has new ones, you get a fifth of a package of that. And so, again, still taking registrations for paper ribbon embellishments. Now with a paper, if we go over here to this section with the designer paper, and then also all these specialty papers, and then these two specialty papers, you're gonna get one 6x6 piece of all of them. And to show you a little bit about what that's gonna look like, so I've got 32 people signed up. So I've got 32 stacks of this, which is already 6x6 that was cut down. So these are ready to go. I gotta take these, they're all here except for Masterfully Made, which I had to borrow for a class that I have to get for next week. I shouldn't say I have to, I get to. So I have to take these on my cutter, and I cut this to 6x6. So talk about a little brick of paper here. So this is about what you will get. I'm missing just 12 sheets of Masterfully Made, but that pack right there, you'll get a 6x6. So this is enough for 4. It gives you a sampling. So this is like all the new in colors and families of the papers, and then it includes any specialty papers. And so like all the foils, look at this holographic thing. Oh my goodness, so crazy. There's a really pretty bluish purpley one. And so you'll get one 6x6 of all of this. I love these right here. Whatever these are called. I don't remember what these are called, Judy. That freesia, the Lost Lagoon, that navy, that shimmery stuff, that's some pretty paper. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember what that stuff was called, but I can't wait to use that for Earth and Elegance, I think, would be where I would use that. And then the supple shimmer, and then all of the papers, you guys. So that's the paper share. In case anybody's wondering, it's not done, but we are close. And it's always a good idea to see what something looks like beforehand. And so in case you guys are wondering, like, I missed out on the product share, how do I get information on it? Just go to my website, look for May 1st, okay? Remember May 1st, the first day of the month. And you toggle over to it. It should open right to it, but May 1st. If you go to that day, there's a lot of things, but one of the things is called the product shares. And when you click on the product shares, it tells you all about them. There's paper, there's ribbon, and there is also the embellishments. And you can get 1, 2, or 3. If you buy all 3, you get a free online class. If you buy just the paper, you also get a free online class to pick. So it's like you're giving me an order by buying the whole product share. So that's out there. And then the other thing that's happening tomorrow, my brother doesn't know quite I think he knows, but I don't think I don't know if I know what's in store for us. We have 72 of the designer series paper samplers to make. We're kitting them up tomorrow. 64 or 63 are already sold. And that is also on May 1st, where you can see this. And there's like 17 pages, you guys, because it includes all of the color families. And so that information's out there too. So I have about 8 left. So I'm putting that out there. That is what we've been working on, and that is why I had to rearrange the schedule for Perfect Pomegranate. You guys, between kitting up ink, paper, scissors, which was an all-time record for a class, we kitted up 88 of those on Tuesday, plus the May Technique class, which was 24, which was the highest for that class too. We were a little busy, but all in a good way. It always feels like fun to me. It never feels like work, you guys. I don't know what you guys, but I think it's fun. But all right, we're gonna go back to the beginning, you guys. Hi, Cindy Bruntree. Hi, Susan Bellamy from sunny Florida. So Susan said that she got her catalog launch party class. You guys, there was a party favor for those of you who already got your catalog launch party class kits. There's a little treat in there, and I did not put it together 100%. Actually, Chris Dudarenki helped me make them. And for the ones that were getting mailed, they needed to ship flat. And so you're gonna have to take the ribbon off and then put it through both of the holes from the tag topper punch. And then your chocolate sits in the middle. Unless you're Susan Bellamy and she's in hot, sunny Florida, her chocolate was melted. So for the most part, I thought we put all of the chocolate in little baggies, but apparently we missed Susan Bellamy's. And everything else was in plastic, which we knew that, but hers was melted and she had a little hot mess. And I felt your pain, Susan, when you messaged me and said that it was melted in the inside, because I got a Stampin' Up! Box 2 days ago, and one of the re-inkers, the calf poop one, was slightly open, and I had calf poop all over everything on one side of the box, and I had to sit there and clean it all up. And luckily everything was in plastic wrappers, and only 2 packs of cardstock had holes in them, microscopic holes that the re-inker got into there, and just like a sheet or two was discolored. But so I felt your pain, Susan. It's not fun to clean up a mess that you didn't create, right? So I apologize for your chocolate melting, but there's something about those truffles that are so good, and I'm so sorry you didn't get to enjoy one. So I don't know how I'm going to get you one because any time of the year I ship it to you, it's going to be hot. So anyway, side story. If anybody else had chocolate that melted from your catalog launch party classes, I'm sorry. I did make the executive decision to send chocolate. That's why I have my mom make cookies and bars that don't have chocolate in them for shipping purposes, and I should have had her make cookies, right? Because her cookies are always so good. All right, so thanks for sharing on Facebook, Cindy Runtree. I appreciate it. I realize now that I did not turn off my ringtone, so I will do that. One of you got the same message I did, I think. Hi, Mary Lemke. Hi, Sarah Mitchell. Hi, Cindy Hutchings. Cindy, I called you yesterday. I hope you got the message. Hi, Sherry Martin. Hi, Betty Pyle and Debbie Gast. Hi, Randy Schultz. Hi, Veronica. Who else is here? Hi, Jennifer Jones. I hope you're healing up nicely. Hi, Judy Bobo. The Hubs brought me out in our boat to spend time on the big lake. Calm, sunny, warm day. Time, coffee, and iced tea. I love it. First time for our dog too. And awesome. Enjoy your time on the boat, Judy. So my mom we stand here and we kit and we look out the window. And we always see my neighbor, Bonnie, out there sitting underneath her shade tree reading a book. And my mom, whenever she sees her out there, she's like, what are we doing wrong? Why can't we be under the shade tree reading a book? So enjoy that time. I got to tell my mom sometime we're going to plan some time to go outside and sit and read a book. Hi, Hilda Nell. Hi, Mary Lemke. Hi, Mitzi Stanley. Hey, Carmen Sanders. Okay, so I think we got everybody. So again, thank you everybody for your patience with me while we were refiguring out when we could do the pomegranate class. And then it dawned on me, I don't try to schedule 2 online classes at the same time, but it happened today. And we have a class tonight at 6 o'clock, you guys, and it will be another good one. We had 14 people here last night who did the Countryside Inn class, and the girls, what did you think of the cards?
Gorgeous. Really cute.
Gorgeous and really cute. So if you like some blue, if they'll go team blue, you guys, we're going to be making those tonight. I do not have any kits left. I had one kit left at the end of last night, and I realized to myself, oh, I need that for my online class tonight. So I had one left and it's mine. And I'm like, yay, because otherwise I'd be sitting here cutting just for tonight's class for me. So, all right. I'm going to flip down to you guys. I want to show you here the technique book, the May technique. This is what I do with Rose Coleman on a monthly basis. She teaches the technique class, and she's teaching this next Tuesday. And so these are, I want to show you what the next technique, 5 of them, you guys. Look at my book is just getting started. The next one is the bokeh technique. So this is what everybody got. So Debbie Gass, you just signed up for this overnight. This is the May technique. You'll get this card, and you'll get this card, and it explains about it. And you will, you'll basically get this and then 3 card kits. And I'm telling you guys this because I have 3 left. And it also includes a tutorial, which we're in the process of doing. I only have through April here. But you'll get the tutorial emailed to you, and then 3 card kits and that. And again, I have 3 left for that one with Rose. She's teaching it next Tuesday at 1:30. Another note too, so you guys, just to give you a heads up, this is what we're doing tonight, these beautiful blue cards here. So you can stay tuned. If you guys can never make it, or can't make it, I should say, always know that the replay is always there for when you can't watch it live. Then, hi Carissa, she says, yay, Team Blue. Yup, people loved them. And then just a reminder too, this one's gonna be coming up faster than we know it, but this is the Naturally Gilded class. Carissa helped with these cards. Aren't they exquisite? They are amazing. Carissa, you're gonna be very happy to know that we already have probably 30 people on the list. 33 people signed up for this class, 15 in person already, so we only have 1 more spot for in person. It's not till June 21st and June 14th, so it's a ways out. But if anybody still wants to get signed up, let me know sooner rather than later, because it's a product-based class. You're gonna make 12 of these, 4 of each card. And I want to make sure I have all the supplies I need for you guys on time. This whole shipping thing is a fiasco, and I'm trying to manage it the best I can. So hi, Mary Carls from Jericho, back from the funeral. Welcome back. Hope it was okay. What else? So that's that. This is what we're doing today, you guys, though, in case we're wondering. We've got the perfect pomegranate class, and I will go through roll call in just a moment. If anybody is watching that didn't get this class and would still like it, I have 2 left, right? And I would have the stamp sets to go with it. This is what you would get. If you want, the stamp set was an add-on, but if you don't want it, I'm okay. I'd keep the stamp sets for prizes later. But you get the kits these are the extra materials you need. You'll get the pack of note cards and envelopes. You'll get a pack of white organdy ribbon and a whole pack, not my half-used pack, of iridescent rhinestones. And there's enough supplies to make 20 cards. So if anybody is interested in one of my perfect pomegranate class, do reach out to me via maybe this messaging right now if you're watching me live. Because usually by the time I'm done with the live, the class is usually gone. So if you're catching the replay, you can always reach out to me and ask me if it's there, and I'll tell you if it's not or if it is. My host code, my marker is going crazy. So if you can't read that, which I'm guessing you probably can't, I need a new marker. I just need to invest in some new wet erase markers. But if you go to my events calendar, so cardsbychrisb.com, if you go there, just know always that the picture of me wearing this yellow shirt is where you can underneath it find the current host code. So that's where you guys would be able to find that code that's written here. Because if this one isn't active at the time that you want to place an order, just know that the current one is here, and I've closed that one. I don't keep them open for a month at a time. When I'm ready to close it, I close it. So I have a whole bunch of Happy Mail right here that I think I'll wait because we're already a little bit into class, like the time. I'm gonna wait and go through Happy Mail maybe tonight with you guys, and we'll get rocking on this class because there is cutting on this one. We are going to, I lied. There's more in your kit. There's more. And wait, there's more. You also get an 1/8 of a pack of the designer series paper called Design a Daydream. So for the product-based class, you got this, and a roll of the white organdy ribbon, or you got the white crinkled ribbon. But you guys, this one out of stock pretty much 2 days into the last chance. And so I was able to order that morning. I had 15 people signed up, so I ordered like 15 rolls. I had scrounged and I found 5 in my stash of supplies that I use for card classes. And then I had a couple people that had their own ribbon, Jill and Chris and Christina. So I was able to accommodate a lot of people with this ribbon, but for the people who are signing up more recent and these last 2, it's white organdy ribbon. And I was going to use that on some of the cards today, but I sent it all with my mom because she's cutting ribbon for the next Let's Just Stamp class, which this is the white organdy ribbon. It's got little sparklies in it, and they match this paper really nicely. So these are the Let's Just Stamp you guys for next month using the Hello Ladybug bundle or stamp set and punch. So I will be using the white crinkle for cards today, but just know you might have the white organdy, and they are going to be interchangeable. The other thing that you're going to be able to do, originally when I had thought about the paper for this class, I was going to get everybody 1 sheet of each pattern. But in looking at what I ordered for paper for this class, I ordered enough that everybody could have 2 sheets. So you have 2 sheets of each design. And so you have plenty of extra paper here that you can decorate your envelopes to match. And I've done maybe not even half of them because I ran out of paper with only having 1 sheet. But the fact that I gave you guys 2 sheets, you have enough to decorate all your envelope flaps if you want to. That's your choice. So at the moment, I'm not going to worry about cutting paper for the envelope flaps, but I would, when you're ending with your scraps of paper, you're going to have some that will fit your envelope flaps really nicely. Okay, let's do a little bit, let's going to do roll call really quick. So I'm very excited, you guys. I made 32 kits of this one. Thank you to Tammy Sokolik. about a month and a half ago, she was already working on die cutting for this class. And then Rhonda Ayers helped with the embossing. And so they were our helpers. Tammy just had knee surgery on Tuesday. So she's going to be out for a little bit as a helper doing die cutting, probably until I get back from my trip. But she was very Chris. So we got these cards designed early enough that Tammy had these done like 3 weeks ago already. So, all right. Yay, Carmen. Awesome. I will make a note that you would like one with the stamp set. That makes me happy because the stamp set is going to find a good home then. Yay. I think I ended up with 4 stamp sets extra yet. So the way it worked out is the majority of people must have had their own stamp sets. And I think I had a total of 13 and there was still 4 left. So only 7 went out with the class and everybody else had their own. So Carmen, I have you down for that. 67 was the cost with mailing. It was 60 plus 7 for the stamp set. So I think you PayPal. So if you're in the mood to send 67 right away, you can, and I will mail it out for you tomorrow. Okay. So that is awesome. And then Jennifer Summers. Yay. I'll take one with the stamp. Okay. So you guys are gone. Just like that. And Judy, that's how it works, right?
That's right.
Yep. Judy was telling me that once I show the embellishments and the ribbons to you guys and the paper share that I'd probably sell a bunch more too of them because it's one of those things that you have to see it before you like maybe know if you want to make that decision. So Carmen, you don't have to email me, but if you just want to PayPal me the money of $67 with friends and family, I'll see the PayPal email come through and that will be good. And same with you, Jennifer. If you want to send a check, that's fine too, or however you normally send money. But you guys, just a note, I don't have any left. Yay! Mom is always happy when there's none left. All right, so first on our list to sign up was Sherry Everett. Way back when they first got shown, way in the beginning. Kathy McMahon. And then maybe it's McMahon. So Kathy, it's either McMahon or McMahon. There's an extra A in there and that throws me off. But Diane Bogenhagen, Christina Heiser, Karen Woods, Annette Rollin, Sue Spiegner, Karen Lynn Ketchmark, Mary Lemke, Anne Van Willigen, Mary Carls, Donna Grushke, Jill Butzine, Susan Bellamy, Cindy Hutchings, Laura Sullivan, Carol Donovan, Lori Kaiser, Leslie McMinn, Sandy Wicklander, Shirley Malarkey, Dawn Ablett, Cindy Ettringer, Debbie Gast, Randy Thompson. Randy, I think this is your first class with me. I'm so excited for you. You've got another 2 in that. They're all in the mail for you. They all went out yesterday. Vera Anderson, Jenna Helms, her second class, Mary Sykes, and Mary Jean Keepert. And this is one of Mary Sykes' first classes too. I think that it's been a while. So that's awesome. So I did say that I had, thanks Carmen, I asked, Jennifer, thanks for PayPaling it. So that's perfect. So you guys, when I see the PayPal money come through, then I will reply to that and say, I got it, and I'll get the kits in the mail tomorrow. So unless you decide you're gonna be taking the June monthly class, or Let's Just Stamp, because then I'd hold on to your packages until next week, and then I could always add in those classes with reduced shipping on those classes. So we can always figure that out later. So in case anybody's watching though, I'll do a door prize drawing and then include Carmen and Jennifer in that as well. We'll do that at the end. In case anybody was still interested in those stamp sets though, you guys, I still have the 2 other stamp sets, and the $7 is good. And if you have another package going out, we could always include them in that. So we're gonna start with a little bit of cutting, you guys. I was wrapping my head around this. I think I was procrastinating like I normally do when it comes to card classes. That I haven't looked at this for, I don't know, Carissa, when did we design these cards? It was like 2 months ago, a month and a half ago. It wasn't like May, but it was maybe March, the end of March, possibly. So they've been on my back counter for a while. Let's just look here. Let's drop down so you guys can see what's going on. There are different numbers of cards too. There wasn't, because it depended on the paper we were working with, right? So we knew that we wanted to use all 20 of the note cards. So let's just lay out here so you guys can see which ones. And I had a specific order to it because this, and so this isn't a specific order, you guys. So before you open this up, And before you start laying this all over the place, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put them in order by this order. And I think that's what I try to do is stamp a stack. And to me, this is a stamp a stack. We're stamping a stack of cards. So there were, and I feel like I'm missing some. They're over here. All right, here's more. There's more. So we had one of those. We have 3 of that one. We have 3 of that one, 2 of that, one of those, and one of those. Okay, so there were 2 of that, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3. And again, you're like, well, why is there only 1 of that one? And why are there 3 of others and 2 of that? And all in all, there's 20 cards. And I guess if you like one more than the other, and guys, keep in mind, we did design this class. Chris and I designed this with only 1 sheet of paper. Hi, Becky Rohr. So if you want to take your paper actually and separate this and only work with the 1/2 of your paper, you would potentially be able to get another pack of note cards and envelopes, and you could make 20 more cards with the other half of this. And the thing that you would be missing would be these pieces right here, because I gave you enough for 1 set of 20, right? So what you would do is you need some more mats and some more of these other little baby mats, some labels, and that would give you a whole nother set of these cards. So these are great because, you know, and I know like Laura Sullivan is not the biggest fan of the little note cards, like these 3.5 by 5, but her plan, she has a plan. She's gonna make these, she's gonna take this, so she got the team option with me, the team pricing option, which included this. She's gonna take these pieces and use the paper, and she's gonna make regular size A2 cards and make them bigger. And so very cool. So you can always adapt these note card sizes into bigger cards. Hi, Carolyn Ketchmark on your lunch break. Thanks for joining us. All right, so basically what we're gonna do, and I should actually pull up, let's see if I can do it from my phone. So I emailed you guys, I was late to the party on sending you guys the tutorial. So I'm gonna just pull it up on my phone here if I have it. So let's see, I sent it yesterday. When did I send it? Well, Countryside Inn was yesterday, and the day before was here. Perfect Pomegranate. Let's see if I can just open this. And I'm gonna pull up the tutorial from my phone because the tutorial is in the order of this. There's a method to the madness. And so what we're gonna do is we'll cut. So this goes back to, do we cut everything or do we cut and make a card? And I think last time we did it one way, and you think I'm gonna remember what that last way was? I think last time we cut everything and then we made them all. So I promised a couple people that this time we would cut the card we need, make the card, and then go down the path. But just to help me keep my stuff straight, this is this one, and then we're going to do this one and this one. I'm layering these in order, so because that's what order they should be in our little packet. That one, and then, oh, there's that guy. Oh, I don't even know where he is. Okay. There's 2 more cards somewhere, unless I'm missing it, but there's that one. So we'll put these going the other way. And then this guy, and then that one is last. Okay, so I got that sample somewhere, but this is the order we're gonna go with, okay? And so I promised a couple people we'll make a card, cut it, make it, and then go that route. And we'll see how that works for us. Okay, so I need to put these right there. And we're gonna do this one first. You guys, we're gonna get you started with an easy one. We're gonna warm you up so that by the time we get done, you're gonna be like, I need a nap. Okay, so when you guys get a class from me, an online class, you get a tutorial. And this is basically, this one's got 8 cards in it. And so you can also, this one will be in my online store probably by tomorrow morning. So it has the measurements of what we need to cut. And we're gonna start with this one. So let's grab the seagulls. So this is our flying seagull. I'm gonna flip it this way. Gotta find it, the last one, of course. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and then we'll set our paper there, and we gotta open it up. Oh, you guys, it's right here, ha ha. always in front of my face, right? All right, so now we've got all of our cards. And that'll go right there. All right, so this is the card we're gonna start with. And let's open up our note cards. And you guys, I honestly don't know how long it's gonna take us to make. We're not making all of the cards as a class today. I'm gonna make one of each of them like I normally do for a Stamp-A-Stack, because like that's my goal, is to show you at least one. And for the moment, I'm not gonna touch the envelopes. I'm gonna keep my envelopes, and then we'll see where we're at with time, and I might just go through one of them with you. Debbie, guess, I just saw your, hi Cindy Reed. Debbie, I just saw your email or your text or your comment here that says on the right under your bag. I just saw it, so thank you for helping me try to find my cards. All right, so we're gonna move the envelopes out for now and not worry about them. And we're gonna take one of these note cards and we're gonna put the rest over here. And there is a little score line. It's hard to see it, but there is a score line. So it should help you fold it. So they are thicker white cardstock. When you fold this, you know, hopefully my corners line up, but I always double check to make sure that they're lined up. And then, so this is a horizontal card. So what I would maybe suggest you guys do, these are the white, clear cellophane envelopes. And so you're just gonna open this up and keep these all in order, you guys. Try not, I would hope, keep it horizontal while you open this up, and be very careful that you don't spill anything out. And you're gonna put this off to the side, and we're gonna work our way through this pile, okay? The two things on the top here are the additional add-ons that you need for this card, besides the designer paper here. So we have to cut this designer paper down, and you guys are gonna get very familiar with this first measurement is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. And you have to make sure you cut the paper correctly, because if you cut it the wrong way, you're gonna end up with a vertical card. It's not the end of the day or end of the world, but you just want to make sure that if you do want it horizontal, you wanna cut, ultimately, you wanna cut like this. We're gonna cut this one first, because that leaves this whole section on the side here that you could put that on your envelope. All right, so it's 3 1/4. So we're gonna hold it with our birds flying the wrong way. So you're gonna cut it at 3 1/4, right? Make sure you got it at 3 1/4. If you mess up, you have another page that you can work with, not the end of the world, but there's your 3 1/4. And that goes on the top here. And now the other one, the other measurement is by 4 3/4. So let's cut this off. Now, the reason that this inside was so thick, it's that piece is left right here. You could make it thinner, but then you're gonna be losing some of your bird action. So I kept this like that. And then what happens is you do have an envelope, and we used this piece here to use for our envelope flap, all right? So you could set that with an envelope, and then you know it's there for later. All right, here's my deal. We're gonna work on this card first, and made it into a sympathy card. It just looked very calming, soothing for a sympathy card. This stamp set just retired like 3 weeks ago. It's one that's awesome for sentiments. It's called Peaceful Moments. And so mine are a hot mess in here. So we need the with deepest sympathy. They're all stuck together. And it says, thinking of you with all my heart. The only one that was, there's 2 of them that were stuck in place. All right. So my conglomeration of a stamp there. So I'm using Memento ink, and we're gonna just stamp with deepest sympathy. And put that on the little label here. So these labels are from a die set that's called Something Fancy. And that did carry over. These dies did carry over to the new annual catalog. So let's just practice here. Ooh, very good. Okay. And I'm gonna practice on the back, you guys, because in case I don't like the way it looks, I can kind of adjust as necessary. I'm gonna put that right there. All right, that's good. And then on the inside, I've got thinking of you with all my heart. but I did stamp it a little bit more to the right because this little piece is gonna sneak right in here. I'm gonna put it right like that, I think. And you might want to practice, because in case you do it bad, you do have the ability to flip it over and put the card like inside out. So we're gonna do Thinking of You with All My Heart. Okay, that's good. But let's pretend you didn't stamp it very good. If you don't like it, you could always have flipped it the other way and put this as the top and re-stamped it, because this piece is ultimately going over the top. Okay, Judy, you want this last one over here?
Yeah, you gotta start cutting cardboard. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we've got our stamping done. We got memento used. Now we just have a little bit of ribbon that's gonna go on here, and it's 2 lines of ribbon. So the same thing, if you have the white organdy, I would definitely do two lines of ribbon as well. So we're gonna take and put 3 of them hanging, waiting in the wings here, and put the first 2 on, and the ribbon is very, this is that crinkly white seam binding ribbon. I'm gonna go not quite in the middle. It looks like that one's really actually in the middle. I'm gonna go just a little bit either above or below the middle for the first one. And then I'm gonna go right above it. And I catch that tear and tape, and then I bring it back and double it up. And then just trim the end here. And so you've ultimately got 2 lines of ribbon. You could do a third if you wanted to. Nothing's stopping you. Nothing's holding you back. Use that ribbon up. You guys have a whole spool of it. All right, so then this is definitely gonna be your warm-up card, you guys. All right, so then now this, make sure your birds are flying the right way. This goes right onto your note card, like that. And that's gonna go in the inside. Yep, something like that. Okay, now this label here is actually glued under the ribbon here, and then this one's put over the top, and that's how it looks like it's kind of going over. So what I would do for that, just to keep it so we're not gonna get liquid glue everywhere, I'm just gonna put a couple lines of tear and tape, and then this kind of slips underneath here. Because I didn't put any adhesive under my ribbon on the front, I should be able to do that. And then we're gonna use some dimensionals on our white label here. I'm gonna go for 6. So, you got in your kit a pack of the iridescent rhinestones, and they go so nicely with all the cards. They just bring out like the pastel-y colors. And this goes right over the middle here. And with the rhinestones, there's 3 different sizes. There's the big daddy-os, the mommies, and the babies. And use what you like. If you think that these are too big for it, you can go with the smaller ones. It's really what you want, you guys. I always tell you they're your cards. Make them how you want to. But I would do 3. The rule of thumb is 3 embellishments usually. It's like a floral arrangement. I missed it completely. So I got 2 down there, and then we're gonna put 1 up there. Now, I'm going to wait. You guys are gonna ask about Stella, but I'm gonna wait on Stella. Stella is gonna hang tight for a while. At the very end, because I have 7 more cards to make with you, I'm realizing it. So you could Stella like the outer edge here, you could Stella your birds actually, like because it's designer paper, you could just go through and Stella all your birds like this, right? So at the end or as you're working on your cards, don't hesitate to go out through all of them and Stella them. So Thinking of You with All My Heart. And there's our first one, you guys. We are not skunked. So I'm gonna put that like that for now. And then there was only 1 of that card, not more than that. There was just the one where the other ones are gonna have multiple quantities. And what we'll do is we'll cut for the multiple quantities so that you're ready to go. Thanks, Cindy Reed. Yes. The designer paper is what makes that one so amazing. All right, so I think that's the only time we used these stamps. So I think I'm done with them for the moment. Okay. Next one. So that one's gonna go away for now, and we're gonna look at this. So this one, there's gonna be 3 of these that we're gonna make, okay? So what happens is you're gonna migrate back to your pile here, and you're gonna see next on the list or the pile, there's 3 whites and 3 perfect petals, and those are the mats that go with for the top. But we need our designer paper. So let's go back to here and find the patterns that we need for this one. There's one, and then there's some stripey one here. So these are the ones that go to, we paired those up together, and we're gonna cut for 3. Now let's go back here and pull up this, because the next card on your tutorial is this one. And I started to reference, you guys, it was a suggestion that with the DSP, I kind of put in parentheses which one. Like, so I have stripes listed there and I have purple listed there. So hopefully that starts to help you guys cutting your designer paper so it's less guessing for you. But we need to cut 3 here and 3 here. And so the height is the same for them, like the height. So they're both 4 3/4 tall. Now this one's 2 inches and this one's 1 1/2. So I'm gonna cut this one at 4 3/4. So this is 4 3/4, and then we're gonna flip it and do 2. So I'm gonna go 4, and then 2. And so now you have all 3 of these pieces. Now be careful when you're cutting your stripey paper, because if you want your stripes to go up and down, fine. But if you really want them to go horizontal, you need to turn your paper so the stripes are going up and down. And we're gonna cut this at 4 3/4. The other option, not to confuse you, but I know the width is 1 1/2. 1 1/2 plus 1 1/2 plus 1 1/2 is 4 1/2. So I could always cut this at 4 1/2 here and leave myself a long strip on the end that might or might not work for our envelope. Let's just see here. It's gonna be super close. Like, it potentially could work because we could always trim our envelope flat. But all right, just to keep it, because I don't think we used that on the inside, or did we use? Oh, we used that on the inside. Okay, this little piece right here, you guys, that's what's on the inside of. Yep. Okay, so we cut this in half. All right, we'll do that in a moment. So we're gonna do 4 3/4 here. So this is our height here, 4 3/4 extra, and now we need 1 1/2. So I had just said 1 1/2 times 3 is 4 1/2. So I'm gonna start at 4 1/2. Well, that's 1 1/2 because 1 1/2 times 4 is 6, right? So then we're gonna come back down to 3. Okay, and then we're gonna come down to 1 1/2. And right here. Okay, now again, this is an extra piece, and we're gonna save, oh, let's cut them right away. If you guys saw here on the inside, we've got some inside strips. Thanks for sharing, Feline. So we're gonna cut this at 5 inches. Okay, so 5 inches is the height of the card. This is extra. Now this is an inch, I'm guessing. It's 1 1/4 inches. So we're gonna cut this at 3/4 of an inch. Oh, what are we gonna cut it at? This is, I'm trying to read my ruler here. This is 1 1/4 inches. So it's 7/8 of an inch, I think, is the middle. Nope, it's not. Hang on. It's 5/8. Okay, what I'm trying to do is just cut this in the middle. And I was trying to figure out what that is. It's actually 5/8 of an inch. So just cutting down the middle, this gives us an inside strip here and an inside strip. And then you have 1 piece left here, 2 pieces. You could pick which one you wanted to do. If you want to save this for another card, you have another mat, but you could use this And let's cut that at 3/4 of an inch because that's half. Oh, it is 1 1/4, so it's still 5/8 inch. Okay, so we're gonna cut this at 5/8, flip it, and do 5. You guys, this is like the inside of the card, so it's not that big of a detail, but I'm just cutting these little strips for the inside. So this is what you're left with from these 2 pieces, right? Not much. All right. So I think that's it for cutting on this card. And let's go back to you guys so I can see your comments. All right. Grab 3 card bases. 1, 2, 3. Again, we're only doing 1 right now. So what you could do is take these 2 and you could line up this, let's say this one and this one and that one, and then put 2 of these and 2 of these. Well, we're gonna do all of our stamping right away. So let's just set this aside because later we'll be able to put that together. All right, so take your card base. Sometimes when I fold them, they go crooked. So one of the things I try to make sure to do is get my corners lined up even and then bone fold it right away. Okay, so this is a vertical card, and you're probably wondering, why did I do this to you? How are you going to get the ribbon behind this paper without giving you a sacrificial lamb, like a white piece to put these on? And we figured we were going to teach you how to do this if you've never done this before. So ultimately, these 2 need to come together and meet and mingle and be happy with each other and rest right on the card front like this. And how do you do that? Well, we need to get some tear and tape put. So this one's going to go on the top. So what we're going to do is put tear and tape on the one edge here, from one end to the other. Okay, pick that off. Any part of the tear and tape that goes over, just flip it back and line this piece up here on your card so that the margin is the same on these 3 sides. And then you're going to come down with this one, the stripy paper. Don't push very hard because you don't want it to hit the card base. You just want it to hit that purple paper, and you'll bring it together like that. And that's how you're going to make this become 1. And now that is the size that you need it. And what's going to happen now is we can use the tear and tape and put a top and a bottom piece, and then grab the other 2 for when we put our ribbon on. Okay, I hope that made sense. It's the easy way to do it without using a whole nother piece of paper behind. So this one also, you're going to do a tail behind, bring it down to the end, and then bring it back, y'all, like that. And it's a double line of ribbon. And then that will go right over the top. And then I've got my scissors. I'll snip it so you didn't even waste any ribbon on that. You used exactly what you needed to. Okay. And then for the rest of this, we're going to use a little bit of liquid glue, like that. And that goes right onto the card front. Does that make sense? Hoping so. All right. So we've got that on there. The inside, we're going to glue our little strip down. And that is going to go all the way end to end into the edge. Get that lined up nice. And if any part is too long, you can take your scissors and just trim that off like that. Okay? Now what's left are these guys. So you have a petal pink piece here that's going to go as a mat, and these 3. So we're going to get to using the stamps now. So the pomegranate stamps, This one has no sentiments on it, but you could easily add a little strip with a sentiment if you want. We're gonna be using this stamp and that stamp. And they are in the colors Blackberry Bliss and Old Olive, which I did grab out. So let's grab these. And the stamp is these stamps are photopolymer, so I'm gonna grab this out and we're gonna stamp the first one here. Make sure that's right, And then, so the branch is coming off the edge like this. And then these guys, the little hangy, these finger things coming out the bottom, they're actually the bottom. So we're going to, I think what I'm gonna do is stamp this first because I can kind of see how this is gonna have to sit like that. We'll get that stamped first. So let's ink that up. And I think this one's slightly off the edge. We're gonna go like this. And now if this doesn't work, we can always flip it over. Whoa, it's really light. My ink pad needs some love. Hang on. I think this calls for some re-inking. It's really light. Jill, you have my spoon, right? She's coming over with it. She knew it. Thank you. Jill was using my spoon, and it's my re-inker spoon. She was using it on the stapler. My stapler was giving her grief. The staples were getting stuck. So this is how you re-ink an ink pad, you guys. This is how I do it. Take my cover off and smear it all over, and then take my spoon and blend it. Otherwise, you'll get streaky lines. So massage the ink into the pad like that. Okay, let's see how this works now. So I'm gonna try on a different one, see if it made any difference. Sometimes a pad just needs a little love. And this is gonna go right about here. Let's hope this helped. It did. I mean, a little darker, you guys. I thought that was super light. So I could probably add one more little bit of ink. Now, I'm looking at this, you guys, and I'm seeing a little spot there. It's like my pomegranate has a pimple that needs to get popped. And I looked at the stamp here, and I'm like, oh man, there's a little fuzz right there stuck on my stamp. So you guys, if you notice those kind of little things, you might, because it was on here and I didn't notice it because it was lighter, but it's there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna show this pad just a little bit more love. Oh, you betcha, Debbie. This one just needs a little bit, I'm gonna put a little bit more on here. And spread it. The main thing is you gotta spread this around, otherwise you're gonna get streaky lines on your stamps. And I'm gonna make sure that little blemish is gone. All right, let's try this one more time, and we're gonna try it lastly on this one. So did you notice I'm going through all of these to, then once I get it perfected, I'm gonna go back and flip them all over. All right, let's see now where this is at. So this thing's hanging off slightly, right about there. Okay, from first to last one, much better. And our blemish is gone. So we're gonna make sure that's off, and we're gonna now flip. So this one is good to me. We're gonna flip this one over. I wouldn't, see, I didn't go back to the first one and flip it over. Otherwise I would have had to cut it over. So this way I've got it figured out. And there's that one. And flip this one now. And let's get that guy on here. Much better. Okay. Life is back on track here. So grab the Old Olive. And just because I want to be cautious, I'm going to go on to one of them that isn't good and do one little practice stamp. So let's see, in case it needs to be re-inked as well. I don't think so. I'm okay with that. So that was my practice. Practice makes perfect, right? So let's flip this over. I'm making sure that these two vines that are coming down, or branches, are hitting the pomegranate. So there's 1. And there's 2. And 3. So if you're ever stamping and it doesn't connect, like there it hit it perfectly. And on this one, I missed it by a hair. If you don't like that you missed it by a hair, just grab that same color marker. Or you could definitely, and just touch it up here. Or you could take a blender pen and the ink pad and just fill in that little gap. Okay, so these 2 are gonna go onto my pile for later. And then this one gets glued onto the petal pink mat. I did notice here, as I'm looking at this, I have a little extra on one side. If you don't want to center it, you could always get a trimmer and trim the ends. Just a little bit. And then it should be good. Because sometimes they're off just a hair. Then dimensionals will be next. And then we can call this card good once we get the embellishments on. Again, you're gonna make 3. If you're gonna do it as the class has it, there's 3 of this one though. All right, so then this just goes right here. The layout's pretty cool. We like this one. Okay, and then the embellishments, bring those out. And I get a big one, a little one, and a mediano. Can go, I don't know, up there maybe. Okay, again, Stella, however you want to, but we've got 6 more to go. So we're gonna keep rocking and rolling, you guys. Okay, and Debbie, I'm glad that you got to see how to re-ink an ink pad, because you are newer. So that's always something that's good to know how to do, that when you need some ink. When your ink pads are lighter than what you think they should be, then it's time to re-ink. Okay, so those are done. Now we're gonna do the fun fold, I guess. Okay, so this is an easel card. So that goes like that. And next in our pile, you will have 3 of these. They're for a pomegranate. You'll have 3 of these for your easel. And then you'll have 3 and 3 for these mats. So that's all off of that pile. But you have to grab 3 of the bases. And we'll refer back to the tutorial for card number 3. You're gonna have to do a little bit of cutting and scoring on this. And what I have on here is on the 7-inch side, you need to score, from the 5-inch side. From the 5-inch side, you need to cut 1 inch in to the score line is how it works. And so let's practice on the first one. So from 1 inch from each side. So I'm gonna find my 1-inch mark. I'm actually going to fold this so I can kind of see the score a little bit better. 1 inch. And I might just consider starting my blade where it is and then just going up, checking it to make sure I'm good. I'm good. Then on this one, I like to not flip the paper over this way in case you have a groove that it creates, like a roll. So I'm gonna keep cutting from the same side. But if I put my 1 inch here, then I have to make sure I start down here and go down this way. And let's see if I hit it good. Yep, I'm good. If I needed to use my scissors a little bit more, I could, but I hit it really good. So I'm just cutting off 1 inch from each side. And then what happens is these are going to fold down. And then now we have to score this. If you try to just fold it, you're gonna get crackles everywhere. This is 3.5 inches here. And so half of 3.5 is 1 3/4. So what I would do, don't use your cutting, be very careful. Have this at 1 3/4. Move this to 1 3/4. And really what we want to do is score in between the two cut lines. Okay, and then what happens is now this will fold down like that. And that's how we do this. Okay, I feel like you guys want to watch that one more time. So let's grab another one. And we're gonna take and just fold it so we can see our score line. Go to the 1 inch mark. And you're gonna cut from the score line to the end, right? I went a hair over, it's okay. I can live with it. But again, flip it, and now you're gonna go to the 1 inch, and from the score line, you're gonna cut to that same end. Now this time, I didn't go quite as far up, so I'm just gonna take my snips and snip it just that extra hair. So now this folds. Now turn it back on a 7 inch side, go to 1 3/4, and you're gonna score in the middle of the cut lines. And then that should fold down, okay? Now let's do it one more time for good measure because there are 3 of this one. Fold it, go to the 1 inch mark, find the score line, and cut either up or down. Turn it, 1 inch mark, find the score line, and cut to the same end that's cut. Use your snips if you didn't quite get to the score line. Good enough? On the 7 inch side, go to 1 3/4 and score in the middle section like that. Okay, so we only need 2 of these at the moment. I'm sorry, 1 of them at the moment, because we're gonna save the other 2 for later. So what we can do is grab 3 of these, 2 of these, put them over here, and we're gonna grab 2 of these. We're gonna stamp all 3 things though. Okay. So we have to cut a little designer paper. So let's go back to our pile, and we need to find the purple pretty one like this. And we're gonna cut 2 strips for 3 cards. And those strips are, let's see if I have it written on here, 2 of them, but we really want 6 because we're doing 3 of them. So 7/8 by 3 1/4. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 1/4. So we'll do 3 1/4. And that's the height that we need here, right? 3 1/4. Oh, I could have been a little hair higher, but 3/4 will work, or 3 1/4, but 7/8. All right, so if you like to work backwards, I'm gonna work backwards doing my cutting. But if that's complicated, just cut 7/8, have a 7/8, 7/8. But I know that the paper is 6 inches wide. So 7/8 is like the 1/8 less than, you know, right over the, okay. I'm cutting it backwards basically, you guys. So I'm gonna do that, right? And that's that one. And now I'm gonna go 7/8 again backwards. And so this is sometimes hard for people. I'm gonna go to the quarter after. And I relate it like a clock, you guys. So there's the quarter after I'm moving my way down. And then the next time I'm gonna go to the 3/8 and cut there, because that's that, okay? And then I'm gonna go to the half past. And so I'm cutting off my 7/8 backwards, and now I'm doing the 5/8. Ultimately, I'm just cutting 7/8, but it's easier for me to hold on to a bigger, longer piece of paper. And then the last one is 1/4, which is a 1/4 inch before the 1. And that now gave me my 2, 4, 6, which I'll save these for the other 2 cards. A little scrap here. And then you have a piece left over for your envelope. If you want to save that for an envelope, that would be a good thing to save. Right there. Okay. I hope that didn't make sense. I mean, that didn't confuse you too much. I mean, ultimately I was cutting off 7/8. Then what we can do is get a little glue happy here. This gets glue and glue. These get glued down. That gets glued down. Okay, let's get these all flat. We'll get you guys back here. So this, when I glue this, I want to make sure I'm straight. There we go. Hi, Mary Ellen Ryan from Chile, Montana. Thanks for sharing. So that's going to come down like that. This little guy goes here. Do you guys want to start stuffing bags? Yeah, you can. Are you ready? Jill, are you almost done with the jute?
Oh,
No, Judy's helping you. Are you guys almost done with it?
yeah.
Because if you wanted to start stuffing bags, there are 12 left to go. Okay. Yeah, because I'm on card 3, so you guys are going to be able to start stuffing before I'm done with class, I think. This one, you guys, is going to get popped up right here. So I noticed, I was like, oh, it's not embossed on that side. So I'm glad I gave that one to myself. So this one is just going to get popped up right here, and that gives us the easel. So just give yourself a couple dimensionals or a few dimensionals here. I mean, you have all the boxes there. If you always want to start putting, oh, Ticker's coming to help you. And you guys, Ticker's been sleeping on the chair this whole time. He just woke up from his cat nap. So this is getting popped up right on the inside here, like that. Should fit right in the middle. And now, how you want to get this, I don't know if we ever burnished this, but let's burnish that. And then actually, I like to burnish this one as well. And then shut this. And now that should catch like that. Okay, so now we've got the core of this. Let's do our stamping. So let's grab that piercing mat back right here. And we're gonna stamp our 3 pomegranates in blackberry. And then we'll have to stamp it again on the other white piece. So now that we have an inked pad, we should be good to go. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So those 2 will get saved for later. And then on the white pieces here, oh, Carmen, awesome. So if you're good, Carmen, waiting to get this class until I have the product shares ready till next week, we can see if everything will fit together. So you are a member of the Be Happy Stampers. So the price for the Be Happy Stampers with the team discount is $108. So I took $7 off. So the full price for everybody not on the team is $115 plus shipping, right? So it's $10 for shipping. So Carmen, what I'll do is I'll make sure I get you signed up, and then we'll figure out what the extra would be with shipping. But if you're good with me waiting, I think everything will be able to fit into a padded priority envelope. I guess it all depends on how big that paper brick is that when that goes to ship. But otherwise, we could always convert it to a little baby small box. So I'll tell you how much to send, and then if it needs to be more, we can always connect on that. But I'll message you or get in touch with you after class. But I'm glad that you might want to email me. If you just want to send me a quick email saying you want the product share, then we'll make sure we get you signed up for the product share. All right, so then we're gonna stamp this. So that one's gonna connect on that one. And then we're gonna do this one. Hi, Jenna Helms, joining in late. I'm glad that you're gonna be able to watch and then craft tomorrow. Yay. So this one's gonna go here. And then one more over here. And, Tigger's helping Jill and Judy. He's supervising you guys. Here, let me show you this. He's supervising. Look at this. He's sitting right there watching both of them work hard. Just hanging out. It's like, Mom, when are we going to get some food around here? All right. Then we've got that. So I'm going to set these 2 off to the side for the other card. Now this, you guys, I'm sad to say, I apologize, but you do have to fussy cut this. There were no dies for this, but it's not so crazy. It's just going around in a circle here.
I don't want to hit it wrong.
Just cut in a circle. And then, so Carissa actually looked it up, you guys, how the pomegranates grow, and discovered that you would think that this top part is what's connected, that it would be like this. But what she discovered before we worked on these cards is that it actually goes like that. All right, so what we can do, I popped this up now that I'm looking at it. We're gonna put some dimensionals on this piece right here, and then we're gonna glue the other flat.
Yeah.
Oh, you have the DSP sampler next week too. Okay, Carmen, I think we need to do a box for you is what I'm thinking. We'll have to see, because you have the sampler. I know that those samplers, so when you get the sampler from me, I usually ship them in a priority padded envelope. That fits in the envelope basically by itself. So, but we can get a little regional B box, I think, and everything will hopefully fit in there. And then I'll just figure out how much it weighs, and then we'll do shipping. Oh, thanks, Mary Jean. All right, so this now is going to get put right on here like this. Get that. It's very little green border. If I would test it beforehand, I would have trimmed maybe a hair off of the white, but there is enough. You get juicy green border. So if you wanted, you could have trimmed that a little bit. Now this, when you put this on here, you do not want to glue up here. So be careful not to glue all of that, right? You're gonna come over here and make a little rectangle. And then this sits right in the middle of that area. And it makes it an easel that pops up like that. And then this pomegranate is gonna get dimensionals. Hi, Terry Costin, coming in late. But we always say better late than never. Hi, Millie Kindle. All right, and then this guy is going to be right like that. And there's our easel card. This one might be a harder one, bless you. This one might be harder than some of the others because of having to cut the easel part. They're having a good time with Tigger, you guys. Auntie Jill and Auntie Judy are giving him lots of love, you guys. All right, so we're not done. There's a bow. So bow makers, you guys, when you see the bow maker in action and you don't have one, it makes you realize how much use they actually are to make amazing bows. I did a whole bow maker video, 23 minutes long to be exact. It's the first time I ever got criticized for making a video that it was too long. And I thought, you know what? Then don't watch it. So I went through all the different ways that you could possibly think about making bows with double-sided, where it's two-sided, and how to make it, and how to make double and single and triple. And at the end of the day, it was too much for somebody. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't think anybody else feels that way. So in case you guys need or want a bow maker, you will not regret getting a bow maker. I would not make bows if I didn't have my bow maker, because look at how amazing of a bow your bow maker can make for you. Look at that. Like, I wouldn't make bows, you guys, I'll be honest, if I didn't have a bow maker. So I'm gonna cut the tails this way actually and trim that one a hair. So now we got our bow on there. So I wasn't too mean with bows, you guys. Only this, I believe this is the only card that has a bow. But there we go. When you break it down bit by bit, it comes together. Now I did stamp a sentiment on here. I have thank you in here. And if you're wondering where the thank you comes from, there's a set, and I think I'll wait to do all my sentiments to later because you guys, insides are pretty easy to stamp whatever you want. The art gallery, which is now retired, but you could use Sending Smiles instead, has all these little baby sentiments that fit really nicely with these cards. So you could always pull out that stamp set. All right, so we got these three knocked out of the ballpark. Let's move this one over. Here's my pile. All right. Now we're on to this one. So we only have 2 scoops of this one, 2 cards. So we're gonna pull out 2 bases. We're gonna set one off to the side. And then we can score the other one. This one's one of my favorites out of this whole class. I think I love flowers. And I ran into Judy this morning at the berry patch, you guys. My mom and I carved out an hour to go buy the annuals for planting. And so I got all my flowers picked out today. So you have, one of these can get set aside, and you have 2 mats here. So one of these can go off to the side, and then this one and this we'll need for putting our card together, and we'll go ahead and do our stamping. So we are going to do the happy birthday on this one. I think this is a beautiful birthday card. You guys, I just received this today, actually yesterday. I ordered the stamp set for myself to replace my other one. My other one, if you guys remember from my retirement class, it was loved. And stamps got used, and that set actually went to another happy home recently. And I got this one yesterday, luckily. And I'm so happy to have a fresh new set for myself. I waited, though, until it went on the last chance list. All right. So this is Blackberry again. So, hi, Ileana. We're going to do happy birthday. And we're going to practice on the edge here. Do happy birthday. And I think we'll do the same on this one. And that. So we'll set that one off to the side. And then we have our flower head. Flower. And we'll stamp that on these 2. I'm going to do right about there. And I feel like I'm going to turn it. Go like that. All right, so there's the flower. Now that came in the perfect pomegranate set. Then though, in case you're wondering, how did we ever find a stem? Flowering tulips, which is also retired now. I mean, all of these were current at the time this class was designed, and we didn't know what was retiring or not. But this little stem comes from there. If you don't have a stem, just take a marker and draw a stem. That would be perfectly fine to do. So let's get that on here. And we need Old Olive again. So you guys, we kept it to about 3 colors for this class. Oh, Ileana, you want a bow maker. You betcha. So, Ileana, the bow makers are 8 plus, if I add it to another package, just $2 extra for shipping. So it would be $10. But I don't know if you have another, I just mailed out your ink, paper, scissors yesterday. That's going to be for next week. So just let me know when you think you have another class that you'd like to take, and we'll get you a bow maker in with your class. So we're going to stamp the stem here. And like that. And then, what did we do on, oh, we did that paper. Okay, got it. We still have to cut our paper for this, I'm seeing. Then the leaves are from this stamp set, the pomegranate. So they look like this. We're going to stamp them like that. Oh, it's so perfect. And just like this. And then where they kind of meet down there, that we're going to cover that up with the sentiment strip. All right, so I believe we've got the stamping done. And we're going to set one of those over there. And we'll do a little bit of cutting, you guys. So we need 1 piece of designer paper here. It's that half moon looking, or circle-ese. That one. And I believe, let's go back to our tutorial. It is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4 for the blackberry, and then 4 1/2 by 3, which is perfect. So if we cut this at 4 1/2 high, right like this, and then we cut this at 3, which is right down the middle, because 3 and 3 is 6. You have 1 for one card and 1 for the other card. All right, so then on your inside, we have a strip like that. That's basically this thing. And what we did is we cut it at 5. You guys are having a high old time here with, I don't know, they're keeping him entertained so he's not jumping on my stuff here, which is good. All right, then we're just gonna put that right down the middle. And now we have 2 strips of paper for the inside. And we'll use one now and save one for later. And then let's work on assembly. All right, so these 2 pieces can get glued and we'll glue that to the inside. So let's go back and find you guys though. All right, perfect. Thanks for emailing me, Carmen. I appreciate it. I'll see that. I will get back to you by the morning. I know, so after we're done with class today, you guys, Diane is coming over and, well, Judy and Jill and I are gonna wrap up the product shares that we have here. And then Diane's coming over and we're working on planning for ink, paper, scissors for June, I think is the plan. And then we have class at 6. So today is going to fly by, you guys. All right, and then we're gonna take this right here. And so that's ready to go for an inside. Now we have to, I'm gonna glue this down already so we have an idea. So the ribbon goes over the top of this blackberry piece here. And that just gets centered top to bottom, left to right, like that. Okay. And then our ribbon, so we need some tear and tape. These 2. And then we're gonna put tear and tape there. What do you need, Jill?
Oh, I said I think there's more ribbon than the little tubes.
Really? That doesn't make sense though. Unless they're the ends of the ribbons. Okay, this, you guys, I've got this 2 ribbons and it's not coming down all the way to the bottom. You're gonna see a little bit of blackberry. So what's gonna happen is it's lined up with that. And we're gonna hit the side here and then bring it back. Jean Maxwell, I was thinking of you yesterday when Ramona Culp messaged me and Ramona said, did I miss seeing the scavenger hunt? And I said, oh, deep breath, sigh, like, oh, not yet. You didn't miss anything. And I realized in my head that, you know what? If the scavenger hunt isn't done today or tomorrow, it's okay. And I'm not going to lose, because it's going to take me about, I'm going to guess, 2 hours to figure out the scavenger hunt and send it out and email it. And I'm like, I was up till 1:30 last night working on stuff and up at 8 again. And I'm like, and so I thought, nope, not going to get to it tonight. And we're in the middle and thick of the product shares and the sampler at the moment. I thought to myself, if the scavenger hunt doesn't get written until next week, that's okay. It's okay. Because I'm not going to have it due like the end of May, like I have always done for probably the last 5 years. You know what? I'll still give you guys plenty of time to work on the scavenger hunt. And it's still early on in the catalog that if the scavenger hunt, I think what I'll do is I'll work on it like after these product shares, they're mailing out either Monday or Tuesday. And then I'll probably get that scavenger hunt done shortly after and announce it before I leave. And then you guys, I'm gone for 2 weeks. I promise you, 2 weeks. I'm gonna put an out of office on my email as well so that you know I'm gone. And then you'll have 2 weeks plus probably 2 weeks to work on the scavenger hunt. So you'll have a good 3 to 4 weeks to work on it. So no problem. So then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna trim off a little bit of the ends here like this. So long story short, Jean, the scavenger hunt is not available. But do you know what I got in the mail the other day, Jean? I got, in case you guys are wondering, when I did the last Share, Create, Inspire class, I didn't have a recipe card. So you guys, Jean sent in her recipe card for this is for the June Share, Create, Inspire. And then Sherry Everett, if you're watching, Sherry Everett, this came in the mail today. It's called a tucked gatefold. So you guys, I have the next 2 Create, Share, Inspire card class is ready. Well, not ready. I mean, the recipe cards are in. And so we know what we're doing for now, June and July, or I should say I know. So Jean, thank you for sending that. I appreciate it. And the card is really pretty that you sent with the recipe card. I love it. And I'll share that off when I do Happy Meal showings in a bit. Not right now, but the next time I show off Happy Meal. All right, you guys, you saw what I did here. I'm just lining up my happy birthday. And then this is going to go, the big one goes right in the middle. Oh, Jennifer, you want to get a bow maker too. Perfect. So I made a note for a bow maker, and you can just add 10 to the, I mean, if you've already sent the 67, if you just want to send another 10 for the bow maker, I will add a bow maker to your package. All right, so then we've got a couple on the side here, like that, and then one more up here. Hi, France. How are you doing? Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you are. All right, you guys, so you put that big rhinestone right in the middle. We've got happy birthday. Stamp a pretty little sentiment on the inside. All right, Lavon just got her caddy. Yay, you guys, I have these caddies, and I just got a message from Lavon that she just got it, and she loves it. Perfect. All right, Angelique got hers too, I think, and she's loving it. All right, so that card's done. So we're gonna move on to another one. You guys are cruising right through these. All right, so the next one looks like this. There's 3 of this one, so grab 3 of the bases. I'm gonna set 2 onto my side pile here, and we're gonna fold that one right away. Horizontal card, so let's keep it that way. You have 3 strips. You guys, these are just side strips from cutting mats. So they're longer than what they need to be, and that's okay, you can trim them. And Randy, I just got your message too, that you want a bow maker. You guys, the bow makers are hot today. All right, so Randy, we'll do a bow maker for you as well. All right, so I'm gonna save one of these. So this is embossed with that new 3D Basics embossing folder. It's the same as the other one. It was part of the 3D that was a 3 set. And then you guys will have the pool party mat, which is for here. And now what we need to do is cut the designer paper. So what we'll do is come back here and look at card number 5. And I believe it's 2x2 and 2x1. So the pinwheel is 2x2 and the other is 2x1. So here's the other, and the party pinwheel is this guy, and this one is 2x2. So let's grab and cut 2 off, and then flip it this way, and I go to the 4-inch mark, which cuts off 2, and then the 2-inch mark cuts at 2. So those are 3 of the pieces we need, so the 2x2s, and then off of this one, we need a 2x1. So I'm gonna cut it at 1 inch, which then I have a whole big scrap there. And then this I'm gonna cut at 2, and then 2. Just like so. Bless you. All right. Then we only need 1 for now. So these 2 pieces are gonna fit over here, here and here. And then I see here the inside has, perfect, just like that. So that piece got used for the inside. So you could cut a 3/4 inch strip, 3/4, 3/4, and then cut off at 5, and you'd have enough for your inside on that one. All right, so we can glue this and this and this for now. And then this one goes just directly onto the card base. So we got Blackberry Bliss for this one. And then this guy. I wanted my big Purplelicious party wheel here, pinwheel on the left side. And then this one goes over here. And they should pretty much meet up, like butt up to each other. And then you're going to use the tear-in tape to secure the ribbon. Oh man, here he comes. Hi, honey buns. No, 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 you don't want ribbon. You're good, baby. You guys, what did you just teach them? To look for ribbon. Mm-hmm. They're getting you in trouble, buddy, aren't they? Mom, it wasn't me. They're making me do it. Whoa, hi. Come on, keep her moving, buddy. I know. Everybody wants to say hi, especially you, right? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Keep her moving, buddy. Okay. Yeah, all right, we're moving the designer paper out of his way. Okay. All right, let's keep her moving. So ribbon goes right over that seam, and we're gonna do 2 layers again. So bring it back, y'all, and just like that. So by doing 2 over each other, overlapping, it makes it just a little bit thicker. And then we're gonna take that. Now, I'm not gonna peel those off though, because I wanna pop this layer up. And if I peel those off, the paper's not gonna know what to do. Watch this. Oh, ha! Yes, Susan, good call. Susan sees that there's the purple ink here. We're gonna get purple delicious paws, aren't we gonna be, buddy? So you don't want that either. Let's put that over here. All right, so you're gonna get, if you peel that off, it's gonna wanna go flat there, which we don't want it to go flat there. We actually want it to be popped up. All right, so then this comes over here. And that just gets put centered, top to bottom, left to right. And we have the strips here, our little strips. So we're gonna do, this looks like a party card to me. So we're gonna grab the congratulations here from the art gallery. One of my favorite sets. I forgot how much I liked it until Carissa reminded me about a month ago. And now I'm like, oh man, they retired it. Sad face. All right, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and grab our Blackberry Bliss ink back. And practice. Again, it's a brand new set for me. Just make sure it stamps good, and it does. You have plenty of scrap for your sentiment to do whatever you want with the ends. If you want to banner them, flag them, diagonal cut them, do something different, whatever you want. But we're gonna just focus on one right now and take our paper snips. I just set those right back there. Take our paper snips. I like doing this to my ends, just doing diagonal cuts like this. And then those will get popped up. I should say that will get popped up. Like that. And right about here. I want to see a little of that yellow, and I'll cover up a little bit of the purple. Just like that. All right, back to our rhinestone cowboy over here. We're gonna put the big one. Nah, let's put the big one over here. And then we'll put a little one, and then the medium one can go right in the middle of that guy. And again, you guys will have a whole sheet of these. I think there's 300 in there. So you get to put as many as you want on. And if you wanted to cut, there's just a strip in the middle here. It's about 3/4 of an inch by 5. Glued on the inside to match. And then there's enough left over if you want, because there's another sheet of it, you could do your envelope mats with it. Your envelope flaps, not mats, flaps. Okay, so we got that one done. Let's move these off to the side. And then let's see what the next one is. There's 2 of this next one. It says, no one deserves a happier birthday than you. So these are the Something Fancy dies again. Just the other shape. the sentiment comes from, so we were using the stem, that's where that sentiment comes from. Okay, so these are love stamps too. So let's grab that, and we're gonna need this block. Oh, you think so, don't you? Oh, you do, don't you? Let's move this spoon. I know what you're up to. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep, right on the stamp, huh? Yep. You know, not everybody wants to see you, but he's like, yes, they do. I want to play and stamp with you, Mom. Were the girls picking on you, buddy? That's why you had to leave. Was Judy picking on you? You have to run away. Tigger. No, you can't have the spoon, buddy. It's not for you. All right, we're gonna stamp this right away. And I'm gonna clean that stamp first. I feel like he's got some paw on it. And I saw a little piece of glitter on it. All right, so no one deserves a happier birthday than you is perfect for this label. Fit it so nicely. So there's one, and then we'll stamp our second one. Now this uses the bicycle paper from our little pack, and that has the whole background, so we just left it easier layout. All right, so then the inside has the happy birthday, and you're coming back for more fun here, aren't you, honey buns? You know, should we go ask your aunties to give you a little bit more love? You just want mommy love, huh? Let's put you right here. Oh, he found the back of the chair, you guys. He's digging a hole. He's gonna maybe, oh, Judy's giving him some teasing time here. All right, so you got two of these. So we've got this one. We're just gonna fold it. Now remember, this one stays horizontal. And from your pile over here, you're gonna need one of the mats and one of the labels and one of these stamped labels now. All right, so that's ready to go, but we need to get our bike paper. So let's grab the bike paper, and the magical number on this one was that 3-inch one. So let's go back here. Oh, where did you go? Hang on, right here. 4.5 by 3. All right, so let's go back. We need 4.5 wide by 3. So 4.5 wide is here. And then 3 inches gives you 2 mats on this one. So that'll go there. And this one goes on the other card. And then on the inside, we have 3.5 tall. Ooh, do I want purple bikes or pink bikes? That gets cut off that way. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna cut a little bit there. And then do 3.5 here. Oh man, then I cut off purple. Hang on. I'm trying not to cut off purple bikes. So we're gonna go back to the drawing board and cut it like that. All right, so that's how high I needed that to be. Now we're gonna just cut this in the middle, you guys. This is my middle inside here. And then I cut that one off anyways. Oh well, okay. So that is supposed to be right here. That's what we were doing. All right, so this one will be for the other card. And, all right, so let's glue and glue and glue. All right, so one here, here, and that guy. And make sure you get your bike space in the right way. That goes right in the corner, like that. This one goes, whoa. Wow, she had a tumbling of ribbon boxes. All right, so that'll go on here, and then the label can go right in the middle, like that. And then we gotta get our ribbon down. So grab a few pieces, or I should say 4. Let's just put that one right away. That one right away. And again, you guys, by doing ribbon like this, you waste very little of it because you're actually cutting and using the exact amount that you need. So this again goes over the label. So I'm gonna go slightly either above or below the middle because the next one's gonna make up for that difference. So this, and then back like that. Okay, and then cut off your end. So you guys will get really used to how to do this double layering of the ribbon here. Okay, then pick those off. Liquid glue, like that. Make sure your bikes are facing the right way. This goes right onto the front. If you guys need to put them in the house, you definitely can. Okay, and then we'll pop up our label. We'll do here, here, there, and there. And then put some gems on, you guys. And then almost done. We have 2 more to do. So this one you make total of 2. Again though, remember you've got that whole extra set of sheets of paper that you could do more of any one if you want. If you like one better than the others, you can always mix and match and switch things around. Now, I don't know if you caught it, but I put the gems in the wheel wells or the tires here. That'll work for this one right here. And then I think I might put one in that one and one in that one. And then got 2 here and 1 there. And then they're in my bike. Okay, so there's that one. Successfully done. That kitten though. All right, let's go on to this one. We have 3 of this one, all right? And you guys, I spilt water on this one and I tried to color it in with a marker and that's why it looks odd. So this one requires a little more stamping and 3 card bases. So we're gonna grab 1, 2, 3, and you should still have 3 left for our last card. So set 2 off to the side. Let's fold this one. Hi, Trinket Troy. How is the stamp in the bottom right corner of the pomegranate set used a random filler? Let's look at what you're talking about. Oh yeah, look at that. It's so funny that you ask, Trinket. If this is what you're asking about here, it's on the card that we're working with right now. It's right here. It created a background for this one. We had to pull it into one card, and it's so great that you asked about it right now. All right, so you guys will need from the pile here then, one of the pool parties, and then one of the blackberry blisses, and we'll stamp all of these. And let's do the stamping first. And what's on the inside? A little designer paper. Okay, so let's grab our blackberry bliss ink. Oh man, hi baby. Hot, he came in hot, you guys. All right, grab our piercing mat and these 3 here. So we're gonna do the pomegranates first. And then what we're gonna do is we'll stamp that background stamp trinket so you can see it. Jean Maxwell to the rescue. Jean Maxwell, you sent those. And Tigger says, thank you for the tasty little temptations. He is very happy. Now, we talked about this pomegranate, that it normally is the other way, right? It is attached here and here. Well, for this one, we put the pomegranate this way because we pictured this pomegranate being on a table or something not actually attached to a tree branch. So that's why we opted to put the pomegranate like this. And I see that there's a little dot right there. So when you guys are stamping with it, sometimes you might get something like that. That means there's something on your stamp and it needs to come off. All right, so then we're gonna do this one and hopefully it's good by then. If it bothers you enough, oh yeah, see, we can always flip it over and redo them like that. Just like that. Okay, now it's nice. Then the background stamp that Trinket is inquiring about. The only reason we pulled Smoky Slate into this class is for this exact thing. Could be gray granite too if you wanted gray granite, but I would definitely grab a little scrap. And you're gonna have to be careful with this. You don't need the whole thing because you're really just filling in like first strength. Ooh, hang on. And then we gotta get second strength. We're gonna alternate and we're going around the horn here. And it's just wiggling in to the cracks in the sidelines here. That's what we did. We just put a little background. Now, you might not like that, and if you don't like it, that's okay. You can always sponge the edges with Blackberry Bliss ink, but it really was just to create. Now, if you want to find a different section and see how a different section works, you could see once about how a different section would work. In this one, I'm gonna do these all at first strength versus stamping off, and then you can see how you like that. I'm using a different section of the stamp this time. So that's what that one looks like. It's slightly different, not too different, but just a little different. Now the last one, if you want, find another different section and stamp off every time and make them lighter. You got plenty, buddy. Oh man, you licked them all up. Okay, and here you go. You can have more. You can thank Jean Maxwell Tigger. Thanks, Jean Maxwell. Okay, so second strength. All the way around here. Okay, so I did 3 different ways. This one was all second strength, a lot more subtle. That one is all first strength, and then this one was a mixture of both. Okay, whatever you like. I actually like the second strength the best because it's a little softer, so we'll use that one for right now. But there you go. So Trinket, perfect time to ask that question because I was right in the middle of going to be doing it. All right, so then let's get, well, this could get glued onto here for the time being, and then I think we got to cut a little designer series paper. We have 2 pieces that we need to get like this. We'll set this off to the side. So we need, there's got to be a stripe left. There is. And then this one. So these little splotty things kind of looked like the splotty things to us there. And that's why we chose that one. Okay. And then let's go over here and see. Oh, you're very welcome, Trinket. Let's go see our measurements here. All right, this card. So we have white dots is 4.5. One is by 2 and one is by 1 1/4. So they're both 4.5 though. All right, so let's grab the cutter and we're gonna cut at 4.5. This one doesn't really have a direction to it, so we're gonna do 4.5 by 2, and there's 3 of these. And 2, and then 2. So this is for our 3 cards. This is left over if you want to do it for the inside. Now our stripes, we have 4.5 by 1.5. So we'll do our 4.5. This way. And then 1.5. So 6 minus 1.5 is 4.5. And then minus 1.5 is 3. Minus 1.5 is 1.5. So we have our 3 pieces, and this is extra. All right, on the inside, we used these right here. So you could cut it at 3.5 and then cut it in half, and you could use for the inside of 2 of them, or 1 of them, and then we use this piece for the inside of the other 2 right here. So we can set these 2 and these 2 off with the other pile, and we're gonna work with these guys right now. We'll get you guys back. So we're gonna do a little bit of liquid glue on these 2 pieces, and they get to go right onto the pool party. Right here. And then this one goes right over the top of it. Yep, I saw you eyeing me up like you were gonna jump onto my glue, freshly glued paper, but I knew better, baby. So I made sure that I put, you have 2 options. You could have put the stripes, like if you want the stripes to go on the top here, like this, you could also do that, like this. Then you see a little bit more stripes. So is Judy trying to get you to come over there? Yes. So that could work there. Either way, if you want to see more of the dots, put that over the top. If you want to see more of the stripes, put that over the top. But I think I wanted the stripes. So then we're going to grab the tear-in tape, and we're going to put 2 pieces down here. Here, Judy. He wants these things, okay? He's obsessed with them. Okay, so the little tails go down, and this one here goes like that, and that covers up our seam, you guys, which is perfect. That's what we want. Again, if you have the white organdy ribbon, you're okay. It'll still look really pretty because the iridescent of that organdy ribbon pulls out all of the pastels from these different designer papers as well. So those get picked off, and we're going to put a little bit of liquid glue everywhere else, and then that goes straight onto our card base like that. So you guys, there's a lot of repetitiveness with these cards, like same size designer papers, same size mats. What varies is what we do with the top like this. And now we're going to put this guy on with dimensionals. He would eat the whole bag if you let him. Maybe he needs to go in and get some food. All right. Then this goes right on the front. If you want a sentiment, you guys, all you gotta do is cut yourself a little sentiment strip, like a little 1/2-inch strip. You could always add it to the top here, no problem. And then grab your embellishments. And I'm gonna put, ooh, you guys, bad news bears. My phone is almost dead. So we can fix that like that. Okay, so we've got a big one, and then we're gonna do a little small one, and then a medium one over on the other side here. Just like that. Okay. Good, you guys. All right. See? They're not, I think when it comes down to breaking them all down into piece by piece, they're not so crazy. But the colors are so awesome. That Design a Daydream paper, we had not really used that much in classes. So it was nice to pull that in. Even if it's not available anymore, it's now retired, we wanted to make sure we featured it yet. There's always so much stuff and so little time when it comes to showcasing all the different products in the catalog. All right, so we have one more, and it's a pretty one with the flower here. And now I'm starting to wonder, is this upside down? Should it be like this? Because if the pomegranates really, this is my question for anybody who's listening to me. Since if pomegranates are like this, right? Shouldn't the flowers be like that versus like that? Right? Because to me, if I'm phoning anybody, a friend, I guess my question is when we designed it, we're like, okay, well the pomegranates grow down and then these little things are on the end, right? So when it grows, if these are the buds before it grows and the branch is really coming down, then it probably grows fruit here with this part becoming this bottom part. So does anybody know? Should we have put this branch? I mean, I thought it looked, does it look, which way it looks better? Like that or like that with them growing down? Like, so like this?
I think so.
You think so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. We're going to do this one the other way then. All right. So we got 3 bases left, you guys. So I'm going to grab one, put 2 off to the side here, and keep this as a horizontal card. You should have 3. You're getting to the end. Oh, so Debbie Gass said the same thing, that the flowers should be down. Okay, so you have 2 and putting 1 here, saving the other 2 for later. You have, Mary Lemke said it makes sense too. All right, so you have 1 of these, put 2 off to the side. Trinket says, I like the way you have it, okay. And France says she likes them up, okay. So now we're kind of split. Back. All right, so let's cut our designer paper while more people are phoning in their answers. All right, so you guys, this is what it's like to phone a friend. All right, or let's see here. Let's go back to our tutorial and see here. We have here, our card base is slightly bigger, our little green piece here is slightly bigger than normal. So that makes our little diagonal stripes is actually 2 inches by, there's 2 of them, sorry, 2 of them, and they're 1 inch by 3 1/8. So there's 2 of them, and they're 1 inch by 3 1/8. So this is perfect. You're gonna cut this at 3 1/8 inch here. And then this is extra for the envelope flap or the inside, and then by 1 inch. So we're gonna go to 5 inches, and this is how I mean by I work backwards. 1 inch is really easy, so you go 5 minus 1 is 4, all right? So then 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. And 2 minus 1 is 1. Until I watch Sesame Street. All right, and that gives you the 6 that you need for these 3 cards. And so I'll save 2 and put the other 4 away. Because what happens is you probably thought, oh, the whole thing is designer paper, but it's not. You only need this like that, because then this goes through the middle. Ha ha ha. All right, so let's flip those over. And we'll get them glued down right away onto the, so we made this old olive mat a 1/16 of an inch bigger on 2 of the sides. So then our paper was 3 1/8, and then this can get glued onto our card base. And I'm gonna find you guys back here on the video. And then this goes like this. Well, I'm gonna stamp it. It looks more like a flower being up. I agree with Carmen. Carmen said, I like it better the way you have them. Nobody will know they are pomegranate blues, laughing out loud. I grew up with huge pomegranate in my backyard. And Jennifer said, Jennifer, where's your answer? Oh, I would like, the bow maker. So Jennifer, I grew up with, so then Jennifer, does that mean that they should go, Jennifer, if you had them in the backyard growing up, is it correct that they should be like this? Or is it okay to have them like this? Are they growing on a bush growing up, or are they growing on a tree coming down? That's what we're wondering. So while we're waiting for an answer, we are going to stamp our thinking of you on the little strips here. I see the look in your eyes that you're giving me, little man. Thanks, Judy. All right, so we're gonna clean this one right here. And Pam Gill, I Googled blooming pomegranates and it shows flowers down. Well, there we go. The Google has to be correct, right? Isn't the Google always correct? I'm teasing Pam, but yes, if the pictures show them growing down, I'm gonna do them down for you guys so that you can see the difference. I was just making fun of the Google because you know how everything is true on the internet, right, guys? Right? Judy's like, yep, you can believe everything. But I believe Pam if the tree's coming down. Okay, so Jennifer said down, Kay says down, Susan says down, Pam, you're right. Okay, so the pictures don't lie. That's good. I love it. So, perfect. So we are going to follow and change our course of action. Now, if you guys look at the stamp, it says, I'm thinking of you. But I'm not going to put the I'm on there. Not that I'm not, but I'm going to put thinking of you. Because then, if 2 people want to sign this card, then it could be like it's coming from both of you. And if you don't ink up the I'm ever, then you should never have to worry about, ooh, I don't know if I got the T all the way though. Let's go back and get that. And do thinking of you. And then, so this is called easy masking, where there's enough space between the I'm and the thinking that you don't have to actually put a mask down. All right, so we've got all of that stamped. Ha, bonjour, yay. All right, so that's done. Now that we got our answer, you guys, we are going to stamp them. These are not squares, you guys. You gotta make sure you get them going the right way. The tree is coming down. I love it. Okay, so let's grab the flower powers of these guys. Let's get our branch first, though. I think we need a branch. And it needs to be coming down. And the branch is right here. All right, so let's have our branch. We're gonna practice this here. I'm just gonna put one here and then our trumpet. Oh man, so here's where we have to mask again. So this, I don't want that to be blackberry. So we're gonna have one coming down this way. And then again, I'm gonna not have that stemmy thing there because I feel like the stemmy thing is over here. And they kind of slightly overlap a little bit, and I'm okay with that. I want this to be a little more rounded. See, this is interactive stamping, you guys. You were looking up all these answers for me. And they're coming down. Now, I could have made them, I think I'm gonna have them come down a little bit more because I want my sentiment now is gonna go up here. So let's practice on one more here and see if I can get my stem to come down a little bit more. I think, whoa. Okay, thanks for letting us know you're here. So let's do the flowers first. Oh, how are we gonna do this? I'm thinking that my sentiment strip is gonna go right here. It's gonna be coming out, but I gotta get it was so much easier doing it the other way, I honestly think. So let's do this. We're gonna go like that. So this is why we're practicing on a different one. Oh, buddy. All right, so here's another one. So I want these. Okay. And we'll have this guy. Okay. So you can see I got it a little bit lower, but it's still, I want it lower because I don't want it. I'm good. I think that's okay because I'm good. That's good. We can make that work. All right, so that's the good one. So let's flip this guy over and we're going to have that stem just barely coming out of the sky here. And then this one over here as well. Just barely coming out. All right, so I think we're done with green. Then we don't have to worry about Tigger getting green paw. Tigger green paw. Tyler would like that though because that's his favorite color. And then this one, I'm gonna have it round a little bit more. Just like that, okay. And then this guy, you guys, see, we learn things as we go. That one's gonna be hanging out over there. All right, all right. Jennifer says perfect. You think that everybody is so excited to see you, huh, baby? Yeah, Auntie Jill and Auntie Judy just are ignoring me, Mom. There's that guy. And one more, you guys, and then we got the Stampin' Good. Oh, that's my favorite one. That one, I'm happy. Happy, so happy. All right. I think if you want to stamp anything else, you can, but I think that we've got the majority of everything stamped that we need stamped. And we can just get glue happy. So, and tear and tape happy. This gets glued. Hang on. That was my good one. That one was there. Okay. So we'll put this on here. Like that. And then the ribbon. Now the ribbon's gonna go at the top, not at the bottom, because we're not covering up the flowers. And oh, Feline said he's a good boy. Yes, he's being very good. I think he loves all you guys a lot, and he just wants to say hi and just let you know that he's happy to be stamping with you out here with me and not in the house all alone by himself. So let's figure out our ribbon situation. I think what I'm thinking is we want to see a little bit of it coming out there. So we're gonna bring it down right here and then catch the backside, bring it back, y'all. And then put that on here, that one there, and that's, I think, what we've got going on. We're gonna leave these because we're gonna pop these up with dimensionals. So you guys, this is gonna be a mega card day. We're making 8 cards right now, and then we have 4 more to make later. So it's gonna be a 12 card day. All right, now let's make sure I put this on the right way. And this just gets centered. Kind of is flush with the old olive. And then this one, you guys, I'm definitely going to trim my ends a little bit. So they're a little shorter. And I liked the box look of it, like the straight. You could definitely banner them or adjust them how you want them to be. And I'm gonna put a bunch of dimensionals back here. So it's gonna catch the ribbon and it's going to catch the paper that's under the ribbon as well. And put this right about here. There. Okay, so now you guys, depending on what you like, this is the official way. So Judy and Jill, that's with the flowers coming down.
That's what I thought.
Okay, cool. So did you think that when you saw the cards on the counter though? Or did you? No, okay. Good.
Look at them.
You didn't look at them that close. Okay. Well, here's what it should look like, you guys. And then here's the option if you like the flowers going up. Like they could be if that's the plant that you got that you're working with. So, but on the inside of these, we did have some strips, 1/2-inch strips of, oh, there you go. On that one, we put that little, the leaf. There's a little leaf that looks like this, that you could always stamp that coming out of the edge here like that. That might be cool, having that come out like that. Or you could have it coming up the edge like that. So you could definitely stamp some greenery on the inside. I think all in a nutshell, you guys, what we didn't use this piece. Oh, Carissa, I don't know if you're still watching. We didn't use this piece. So when you guys are all said and done, you'll have one 12 by 12 or one 6 by 6 left, and 2 of them actually, 2 of this pattern. I think we got down to the end and we're like, yep, we're good. We just designed 8 cards and we have 1 piece, because our goal usually is to use all the pieces at least once, right? Each doubles, like if it's not this side, we use the other side, but we try to use them all. And I think we got to the end and we're like, yep, we're good. We didn't know what to do with this piece of pink paper. So you guys have, and Debbie said she likes them down better. I do too. They're both pretty, but there's something. So you guys, this is a difference in ink. So we worked on these cards over by Carissa. That's my ink pad. So how different juicinesses our ink pads are. The same with the green ink. You can definitely see that these are a lot bolder because this ink pads were a lot juicier. Yeah, so we got through and showed you how to do each of the cards. We got all the designer paper cut for all 20 of them. And you guys are left with basically what was left. You got a pink piece, these two. Now again, you could go through and do your envelopes and your insides. You have basically, this is what's left. That is from all that one pack. And then you also should have the other half that I gave you. So when we originally designed, we only designed with this set right here, which is one of each. And it was like, it left you with that. But the fact that you have the other half is now awesome because you can go and decorate all your envelope flaps. You can continue using designer paper on the insides of your cards. You can go through and use it up however you want. But let's take a look-see here at what we've got. Do you have a favorite? I guess I always like to ask that. You guys know what my favorite is. I think that I mentioned that I like that one a lot. My flower one. I always love my flowers. And then we've got here, these are the 8 that we did for class today. So I do have a door prize drawing that I'm gonna do. And you guys, when it came all down to it, I had one oddball of this left. So the door prize winner is gonna win another pack of this paper that I had for class. That will allow you to make even more of these awesome cards. So that's what I've got for this prize for the designer paper. So everybody who did this class, I'm gonna do anybody who did who did the whole package, right? Got the whole like $50 package with shipping. So you know what? If somebody on the team wins with the Be Happy Stamper pricing, I'll have a different prize for them, and then I will use, I'll do another drawing. So we'll do 2 drawings if somebody from the team wins, because they got a reduced rate because they didn't get all the products, which is perfectly fine. So if I'll include everybody in the drawing, and we're just gonna do everybody. We're just gonna do it. If somebody on the team wins, they win on the team, right? Let it be, right? So let's see what the odds are, because there was about 6 people that got the team pricing on it, which is amazing. But I was gonna try to give the people that got the product a chance to have more odds, but I think we'll do anybody can get on it. So Debbie says she likes the sympathy card and the congratulations. France loves the flower one. Yay. Trinket likes the last one the best. Okay. But the down flowers are your favorite. Awesome. Very cool, Cindy. I like it. Okay. So you guys, we had 32 people, because we got the last 2 spots filled by Carmen and Jennifer. And so, Jennifer, because you had pomegranates growing up in your back, they were growing up in the backyard, like, is this why you wanted the class? And you're going to make some pomegranate cards and send them to your family? That would be awesome. All right, so let's get to random number generator. I've got 32. And everybody, well, I'm going to take me out. I was number 32, so we're going to do a 31 and see who our lucky duck winner is. So you guys, I'm going to flip the camera down here and show you I've got 31 in here. Hit the word generate. Or 15. Cindy Hutchings. All right, Cindy, I don't know if you're still watching. The paper's yours. We decided that it was going to be for everybody. And so I've got this pack of paper here. Cindy, I will send this out to you in the next package you have going out. All right, Cindy? Oh, Jenna likes the flower one. And Randy likes them all. Perfect. So Cindy Hutchings, these are yours. So perfect. Then I don't have to worry about doing another drawing. We're good to go. All right. So we made it through, you guys. We officially have the pomegranate class under our belt. And we were entertained a little bit, hopefully, by Tigger. And he's still up. He's roaming around. So hopefully we tucker him out so that he sleeps tonight. So awesome. You guys, it's about 3:15. So we have about 2 hours and 45 minutes before we start the countryside in card class. So we're going to take a little break here, and then we will be back soon to do another class. If you need anything in the interim, don't hesitate to reach out. Otherwise, we'll see you back here at 6, and then we'll make 4 beautiful and amazing countryside in cards. So Jennifer likes that card, the last one, the best. I love it. Awesome. I'm glad that you enjoy them, Trinket. Yay. Susan likes the last one too. I'm glad we switched. You know, I had an epiphany when I was looking at it that I'm like, I think this is upside down. So we learn as we go. All right. And Cindy, you received my voicemail from yesterday. Awesome. Perfect. I'm glad it makes sense. Yay. Okay. And congratulations on winning, Cindy. Awesome. All right, you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you. We'll see you in a bit. Love you long time. I'm going to count to 10 in case it cuts out early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bye. 10.